Hey folks, and welcome to Subjective Thoughts. And our comic for today is Hellboy and the B.P.R.D. 1957 Family Ties by Dark Horse Comics. Now there is beating, blood, dark magic, a demon, blood, fighting, corpses, destruction, and a really shitty grandma in this one, so if you are in any way squeamish, you have been warned. Also, spoilers. Oh yeah, family trouble, forgot to add. Now, as you can see here in front of you, it looks like Mike Mignola and Chris Robin's son, are working on a lot of new Hellboy one-shots and mini-series, I see. Because we've seen Mr. Robinson and other stuff as well. And yeah, that's it. Don't really know anyone else here. Don't know if I've heard of the artist or not. Don't think so, but could have missed it. Okay, so that's it. So this is a one-shot of a Hellboy story. It looks like there's a lot of them from different years of Hellboy. Because I looked this up today on Goodreads, and there's all sorts of volumes of like 1958. 5 year loud snoring. That's my dad. Yeah, so 1958 and so on, at least based on what I've seen. So that's pretty cool. Right, so this is in this one shot. We have Hellboy and his colleague here, Susan. I'll leave her full name, surname here. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. But yes, anyway, they've been sent on this assignment to collect books. There's this book of, was it Witchcraft and Demonology, it's called. That's been reprinted in paperback by some publisher who's an idiot. And they're on a hunt to get it. I think Hellboy and Sue know each other already quite well. Because as they go to this town, let me check where was that. It was Ohio somewhere. It was, yeah, there we go. It's Dayton. Yeah, Dayton, Ohio. Sorry, Dayton, Ohio. There we go. And it's July. Yeah, so they go to... Well, I wonder if it's something they add. That might be the name of the town. Dayton. Yeah, so they go they go there in the street, and as they talk, there's another assignment that Sue wanted to do, but the professor sent her to do this, and what the other thing she has to do is very important, and she needs time for it, because this whole thing is taking them weeks now. They have to track down all these copies and obviously destroy them, of course. So they get a bit of luck. Hellboy asks in a bookstore. He comes out and says that the clerk said that someone there bought the book, a local. So that helps them. They'll narrow it down. So they walk and they approach this one house. Oh, also they talk. They mention what this Sue said about the professor, that he's frustrating. And Hellboy says, well, that's how a family is. It's complicated. There's something that they're between them that passed that I didn't quite get. Maybe it's to mention something else. But I think they've went through some things together, him and Sue. At least that's what I get from this. Could be wrong. Well, they knock on the door to this house. And a frightened-looking lady comes out. Sue just saying, could we ask you a question? And then there's a voice that's coming from inside the house demanding to know who it is. And the woman, who's named Gladys, which actually amused me because I remembered Gladys from Portals. Good old Gladys. Gladys, that's the woman's name, and the one who's calling is her mom. She's demanding to know who's there, and Gladys lies to her and says it's the mailman. Sorry, it's the mailman with the package. Obviously, Hellboy and Sue are confused. And then she goes a bit more out the door and tells them that she needs their help. Oh, Sue has this ability where she can sense when something isn't right, something's wrong there. Maybe like a sixth sense. Well, they go into the house to help Gladys, and there's so much destruction inside. And they asked Gladys what happened, and she said her mother moved in with them after she fell and hurt her hip. And since then, things have been going very wrong. And is that an understatement? So Hellboy tells him, stay here, to Sue, stay there, I will go and investigate. And he goes down the hall. Sue stays with Gladys, and asks her to tell her what happened. And it looks like Gladys might be in a dreamlike state, even, or at least a confused one. I mean, based on what we see inside the house, I mean, why else would she, at the very least, I'd expect her to run away screaming. So I think what's been happening there probably affected her. So the Hellboy is going there, and the first thing he encounters is a corpse. I couldn't tell if it was the corpse of a cat or a dog, but it's definitely some animal. So yeah, things only get worse from there. So as he's walking down the hall and sees the rooms, Sue is talking to Gladys, and she says, "Mother moved in with us, and we never got along. We never had a good relationship. She always criticized everything. She didn't like how I ran my home, my cooking. She didn't like my husband." And she says, "Oh, poor Vernon." And right after that, we see Hellboy opening the door to the bathroom, and there's a corpse lying there. That's her husband. Again, you'd think at the very least she'd do something. I wonder if he has a job. Didn't anyone worry where did he go? Granted, I don't know how long this has been going on. When the book has been purchased by her son. Her son's the one who purchased the book. Gladys' son. So I wonder how long ago he purchased it. How long has this been going on? And yes, so we continue. Hellboy keeps going down the rooms. Sue keeps talking to to Gladys. And as she talks to her about this, she says, and always talking about my son Charlie. Now, he's no angel, but you should hear the things she says about him. Sue tells her that she understands. And then Hellboy comes to Charlie's room, and he's like, "Kid, are you okay?" And then Charlie turns around to him, and he has no mouth. Holy shit. Again, I wonder how long it's been like this. The kid would start starving and, not to mention dying of dehydration. I mean, yes, well, maybe some of the magic, magic is affecting, demonic powers, not magic. Again, sorry about the snoring. Okay. And then Sue tells Gladys, give me your hands. She can look, she mentions this thing that could have helped her see what's going on clearer, but she doesn't have it with her. So she holds Gladys's hands, and then she sees her, not memories, maybe what happened in the house. You see an image of her mother, and then you see Charlie, an image of Charlie. He bought a copy of this book, and you can see him performing some ritual to summon a demon. And then the grandmother goes into the room where he does it and says, "I told you to stop making such a racket." And Charlie's like, "Grandma," and then the demon's hand comes out. And then it's clear immediately to Sue what's going on. Now, before this, Hellboy already reached the room. You know, he tells the kid, you know, just stay there, I'll be back. He goes into the room where the grandma is. Now, okay, so Charlie summoned this demon. This demon infused with the grandmother. And her personality is very dominating, so it's combined. I don't think she's controlling the demon, but she's definitely affecting it to doing, you know, what she wants to do there. So Hellboy sees the demon, yells, "This is mine, get out of here." And starts attacking Hellboy. And Hellboy yells to Sue, "I need help. So I need a hand here." That's the moment Sue realizes what's going on in the house, and she starts also going down the hallway. On her way there, she stops at Charlie's room. She peeks inside, and below, like next to the bed, she sees the book. So she bursts into where Hellboy is trying to... I can't really attack the demon too much because he's afraid of hurting the grandmother. So he does his best to, you know, to do something, to fight him off without hurting her. Sue tells him, "Hellboy, it's the book, it's here." Hellboy's like, you know, being kicked, is like, "Yeah, figured it out." So, like, you know, that's why I'm trying not to hurt this, the grandma, you know, find something. So Sue, like, goes through the book trying to find a spell to undo all this, to separate them. And she finds one, and behind her, Gladys is approaching. Now, they need Gladys to read the spell because this is her home. Now, Gladys is afraid, you know, her mother is very dominant, but she tells her, you know, you have to. You're the only one that can put a stop to this before things get worse. I don't know how they can possibly get any worse, but okay. Actually, yeah, the grandma could kill Charlie. Or you'll die of dehydration, whatever comes first. So Gladys starts reading the spell. The grandma demon turned to her and, you know, she says, "You ungrateful little..." And then Gladys just loses it. And she says, "I mean it, get out, mother." There's something to that extent. And she yells and throws the book back. And the demon starts to disappear. Not disappear, it's like almost ripped out of the grandma's body. Hellboy's holding her as the demon is being sucked away. And then everything is less dark now. It's all clear. And Hellboy's like, okay. Hang on, what's with my throat lately? Like, okay, the grandma's back to herself pretty quickly. And she's like, "Get your hands off me." And then Charlie comes running in saying, "I have a mouth again." His mom hugs him. And then she looks at the grandma and she's hugging Charlie with one hand. She says, I mean it, mother. I think it's time for you to move out." And then you have Sue holding the book, asking Hellboy if he's okay. And if he's okay. And Hellboy says, "Yeah, sure. Man, families are complicated. Who knows what's going on behind closed doors." And that's it. That's where it ends. So that was... Now, you see, this was a much better demon than what we had in the Chesborough house with the red Barney. The red skinny Barney. Like, if that was a demon like that, I think it would have improved the story even more. Now, this was a legitimately scary fucker. I'm sure Red Barney was also scary in his own way, but, you know... This is the kind of thing old Peter Chesborough needed. Still don't think it would have dominated the world, but this was definitely fucking sinister. Also, I love how, like, the mom... Again, she's probably affected by what the demon was doing, but still. She didn't even go check on Charlie. Wasn't she concerned her son didn't have a mouth anymore? Again, I don't know. Could the grandma just do it from that one room? Could she not leave it? I mean, obviously she's probably done all that destruction. Oh, yeah. Yeah, families are a complicated thing, eh? Alright, let's get to the art. Oh, yeah, I forgot to say, this isn't that new. I got this last year. I finally got around to reading it. Okay, so there we go. There's Sue. So, yeah, the art style reminds me a lot of the art style in Cloaked. But this is much better, in my opinion, unlike Cloaked. First of all, a lot of it's much more clearer than in Cloaked, and I do like the colors. You see, that's Sue. Hellboy looks pretty good in this style as well. That's the book. And see, they're walking the neighborhood. And okay, that's it. I can just show you these two more. There we go. That's where the bookstore is. And that's the house. And there we go, there's glass. I wonder how it's built, because man, that hallway seemed quite long. There we go. See, that's Gladys over there. There we go. I can show you more. Oh, actually, wait, I can show you a bit of the demon because it's here. Okay, so this is how the demon looks when Hellboy fights him inside. Obviously, he's with collars and his eyes are green and everything, but yeah, that's how he looks. There we go. There's a grandma attached to him. The cover's pretty nice too, though. It makes it look like they went to the house when it was completely dark, but it's not. Although it does kind of look like the sun is setting, but yeah, it's not that dark. Alright. So overall, this is a pretty neat story. Well, it also made a great, I don't know if great, but it still made a pretty good movie, I think, wouldn't it? Well, you know, I do think if they added more details to this, like when it began, how long it went, like what would happen afterwards. I mean, is someone gonna call the police? Because poor Vernon's dead, right? Unless, no, I mean, I'd presume he's dead. Because the grandma killed him. She was a demon. Like, yeah, Charlie's okay, but granted, he just didn't have a mouth. I wonder, does that mean Vernon's gonna get up again? Is he fine? I don't know. I wish we got an answer to that. Like, what happened afterwards? It's kind of like, okay, demon's gone, our job here is done. I don't know what's the B.P.R.D's policy. Do they help people with this thing afterwards? Or they're like, okay, we took care of the problem, you're on your own, good day. I don't know. But yeah, still, a pretty neat story. Definitely a way cooler demon than in the second part of Chesborough House. So spoilers for that. Well, it's already pretty into the video. But yeah, spoilers for that as well. Yeah, I wish that one was more like this. That would have been cool. I guess if we had Red Barney here, that would be pretty funny. Yeah. That is one tough and not pleasant grandmother. Alright. Well, that is it, folks. Again, the third time, sorry about the snoring. I wonder how it'll come out in the video. Hopefully not too loud. But it is what it is. And hey, you can't say you don't get interesting bits in my videos. Alright, so let me know if you've read this one. And if you did, what did you think about it? If you also watched the Chesborough House video, do you think this one's better than Red Barney? Let me know. Alright, now remember, collect what you're passionate about and share it on YouTube. Bye!